Hello everyone. So today we will see about the construction and working principle of the single phase repulsion motor. So as we seen in the previous lectures regarding the different types of single phase induction motors. So the single phase induction motor, as we seen, they have the lot of classification. They have a lot of different types. Likewise, split phase induction motor, capacitor start induction run motor, capacitor start capacitor run motor. Next we have seen about the this shaded pole induction motor, and later on we will see the for today's lecture we will see about the repulsion motor. So here this is the some I have taken the some points regarding the repulsion motor. The name is given as repulsion motor. Okay, so as we seen in the previous lectures that the motors are classified according to the different types, as we called in the previous method the shaded pole motor, because in the shaded pole induction motor we have designed one shaded portion, so the name is given as a shaded pole motor. But for this repulsion motor, the name is given as purple as the repulsion motor. Okay, so as we know that repulsion, what is meaning of repulsion? Repulsion, it is nothing but if there have the two similar polarities, then there is a force of repulsion. Okay, we have seen in the different magnetism properties, the properties of attraction and properties of repulsion. Okay, attraction and repulsion, these are the two different words. Okay, so this principle we are used for the working in the this type of motor, so this name is given a repulsion motor. Okay, that means we have used in the this particular repulsion type motor, we have used about the repulsion principle. Repulsion principle म्हणजे काय? So if there are two different, if there are two similar polarities are there, then there the force of repulsion takes place, and this principle we have used for the working of this such type of motors. Okay, so the repulsion motor is special kind of single phase AC motor which work due to the repulsion of the similar poles. Okay, that means if there are two similar poles are there, then obviously there is a force of repulsion takes place. Okay, that means the stator of this motor is supplied with single phase AC supply and the rotor is shorted through the carbon brushes. That means what? Similar, what simply what? If as we know that if there is force of repulsion is takes place, then obviously there is if there is force of repulsion is takes place, then obviously there is similar polarities there. Okay, basically the basic principle behind the working of repulsion motor is that the similar poles repel each other. This means two north poles will repel each other, similarly two south poles will repel each other. Okay, म्हणजे सिंपली काय केले, रिपल्शन म्हणजे सिंपल काय तर अट्रॅक्शन अँड रिपल्शन. ओके, हे मॅग्नेटचे आपण प्रॉपर्टीज बघितलेले. ओके, दॅट मीन्स व्हॉट, if we are if are coming if you brought together the similar polarities, as we know that which repels each other, that means suppose I brought two north poles, that two north poles will repel each other, similarly two south poles will repel each other. Okay, when the stator winding of repulsion motor is supplied with single phase AC, it produces a magnetic flux along the direct axis as shown in the figure by arrow mark. That means what? Simple is nothing but this particularly motor is always work on the repulsion principle. Okay, that's why the name is given as a repulsion motor. Okay, the the stator of this motor is supplied with single phase AC supply and rotor circuit is shorted through the carbon brush. That means simply they have given the construction details of the this repulsion motor. Now here what they have done, the stator of this induction motor is similar to that of your normal single phase induction motor. Okay, now here the rotor has a simple the different configurations. Okay, that means what, the rotor has the main component of repulsion motor are stator, rotor and commutator brush assembly. Just simply this is nothing but a single phase stator winding. Okay, but the rotor has they have made a proportion. Likewise similarly DC machine, जसं डीसी मोटर मध्ये जसं आपल्याला कम्युटेटर ब्रश अरेंजमेंट असतं, तसं आपण काय केलं ह्या पर्पजली रिपल्शन टाइप मोटर मध्ये वी आर डिझायनिंग, वी आर प्रोव्हाइडिंग द ब्रश एज वेल एज द कम्युटेटर असेंबली. आम्ही तर काय केलंय, ही जे ब्रशेस आहेत, ओके, पर्पजफुली वी आर शॉर्ट सर्किटिंग द ब्रशेस थ्रू अ सिंगल वायर. म्हणजे आम्ही काय केले, हे जे सिंपल ब्रश आहे, ओके, ह्या कम्युटेटर आम्ही काय केलं इथे स्पेशली रिपल्शन मोटर मध्ये आम्ही सिंगल फेज एसी सप्लाय आम्ही स्टेटर, दे हॅव बेसिकली द डिफरंट पार्ट. दॅट मीन्स इट सिंगल फेज repulsion motor has the main component आहे स्टेटर, रोटर, कम्युटेटर आणि ब्रश असेंब्ली. म्हणजे ह्याच्यामध्ये स्टेटर पण आहे, रोटर पण आहे, कम्युटेटर पण आहे, ब्रश असेंब्ली पण आहे. बेसिकली आपल्याला माहिती आहे की कम्युटेटर ब्रश असेंब्ली आपण कुठे वापरतोय, फक्त डीसी मोटर मध्ये वापरतोय. बट फॉर दॅट पर्टिक्युलर सिम्पली रिपल्शन मोटर आपण पर्पजफुली आपण काय केलंय तर कम्युटेटर आणि ब्रश आपण वापरलेलं. ओके, ऍक्च्युली कम्युटेटर ब्रश फक्त डीसी मध्ये असतं, बट फॉर दिस टाइप ऑफ एसी मोटर we are using the commutator and brush assembly. Now here what we are doing, the brush, this is nothing but a brush axis. Now we are short circuiting these two brushes. आपण काय केले, ब्रश आम्ही काय केले, मोटर मध्येच आम्ही काय केले, एका वायरने आम्ही हे शॉर्ट केले ब्रशेस. ओके, दोन्ही ब्रशेस आम्ही शॉर्ट केले. नाउ the stator carries a single phase exciting winding similar to main winding of single phase induction motor. Obviously, as I stated earlier, the single phase, the stator winding of this type of motor is similar to the other type. That means when we are connecting this stator winding to single phase AC supply, obviously this will create the single phase AC wave. Okay, that's a single phase AC MMF or single phase AC fluxes. Okay, now the rotor has distributed winding connected to the commutator at one end, just like a DC motor. The carbon brushes are short-circuited on themselves. That means the rotor winding we are connected to the commutator. That is one end of rotor winding we are connected to the commutator. That's similar to the DC motor. Okay, that mentioned. The rotor has a distributor winding connected to the commutator at one end, just like a DC motor. That means similar to DC motor, just one end of this this winding we are going to connect to commutator. Okay, the carbon brushes are short circuited on themselves. That means these two carbon brushes are short circuited. The brushes are, we are short circuited through a single wire. The stator winding have the single phase AC winding which produces the working MMF in the air gap. Okay, the stator winding, obviously single phase AC winding is there, and when we are going to apply the, when we are connecting this single phase stator winding to the AC supply, then obviously the current will flow, and hence this will create the fluxes in the air gap. The brushes on the rotor are shown to be shorted. As the rotor circuit is shorted, the rotor receives the power from stator by transformer action. Okay, because what we are doing here, as I am short circuiting the rotor conductor, that means I am short circuiting the this particularly rotor this brush axis, simply two carbon brushes. So the power received from the transformer, this power received from this motor is similar to that of your ट्रान्सफॉर्मर ऍक्शन. दॅट मीन्स आपण सेकंडरी शॉर्ट सर्किट केल्यानंतर काय होतंय की बाबा प्रायमरी कडनं पॉवर ट्रान्सफॉर्मर काय करतोय, प्रायमरी कडनं सप्लाय करतोय. सिमिलरली इन दॅट वे the motor will take, the rotor will take the power from the stator winding of the induction motor. Okay, now when the stator winding of repulsion motor is supplied with a single phase AC, it produces a magnetic flux along the direct axis. Okay, that means this is nothing but a direct axis, this is nothing but a flux axis. Okay, so as we know that if I giving the single phase AC supply to the particular this type of repulsion motor, then obviously the flux is created in the air gap, and this flux is going to interact with this particular rotor. Okay, as a simply as we know the induction principle. Okay, now this flux as shown by this axis, this is nothing but the flux axis. Okay, now this magnetic flux when linked with the rotor winding, it creates a EMF. Okay, and now due to this EMF a rotor current is produced. Obviously what will happen, once the current is flowing through the stator winding, it will create the flux. Now this flux is going to interact with the rotor conductor. Okay, and according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, the current is produced in the rotor conductor, and hence the EMF is induced in the rotor conductor, and because of this EMF obviously rotor current is produced in the repulsion motor, in the rotor winding of repulsion motor. This rotor current in turn produces a magnetic flux which is directed along the brush axis due to the commutator assembly. Now what will happen, whatever the current which is produced by the rotor, now obviously the, if the current is flowing, the obviously flux is there, flux is produced by the, if the current if the current is flowing through any conductor, obviously flux is flowing through that particular conductors. Okay, so that principle we have used. Once the rotor is produces a fluxes, then what will once the rotor is carries a current, obviously flux is produced by the rotor conductor. Okay, now the flux in the flux which is produced by this rotor conductor is along with the brush axis due to the commutator assembly. Okay, due to the interaction of the stator and rotor produced fluxes, and electromagnetic torque is produced. That means what will happen now, the current, when we connect this stator winding to the single phase AC supply, obviously the single phase current will flow through stator winding, it will produce the fluxes. Now this flux is going to interlink with the rotor conductors, okay, and as we have the separate rotor winding, so rotor conductor, as per the account of Faraday's law, what will happen now, the rotor, in the rotor conductor EMF is induced, okay. Now because of that EMF, obviously the circuit is completed, the rotor current will flow through rotor winding. Now once the rotor current is flowing, then what will happen, the rotor EMF, rotor flux is produces, okay. Now due to the interaction between the rotor flux and the stator fluxes, the torque is generated on the repulsion motor, and hence the repulsion motor will start rotating, okay. So this is nothing but the basic working principle of the repulsion motor, okay. So in the next part we will say about how this particular rotor angle, that means the rotor flux angle, will change the torque, as well as will change the principle of that particular repulsion motor, okay. So now as shown one simple diagram related with this. Now here what I am showing here now, as I state in the previous session, so this is nothing but the stator winding, this is nothing but the rotor conductors, okay. So the rotor winding, now I purposefully short circuited the two brushes, okay. म्हणजे इथे मी काय केले, ब्रश मी सिंपल एका वायरने काय केले, हे शॉर्ट केलेले आहे. Now just assume that the angle, that is in the figure, the angle alpha between the stator producer field and brush axis is 90 degree. Just assume that the brush axis में सिंपली काय, ह्याच्यामधला जो ऍक्सिस म्हणजे जो इथला ब्रश आहे, ब्रश मधला जो काय ऍक्सिस आहे, इट इज नथिंग बट ब्रश ऍक्सिस. म्हणजे दोन ह्याच्यामध्ये मी सिंपली काय केले, लाईन एक मी अज्युम लाईन केलं, तर दिस इज नथिंग बट ब्रश ऍक्सिस, ओके. Now suppose I assume that the angle between the stator flux and the brush axis is having a 90 degree. म्हणजे इथला जो माझा आता फ्लक्स, इथं माझा हा फ्लक्सचा मी अँगल डिसाइड केला, म्हणजे माझा हा डी ऍक्सिस म्हणजे क्वाड्रेचर ऍक्सिस आहे. हा क्वाड्रेचर ऍक्सिस म्हणजे सिंपल काय झाला, तर माझा हा स्टेटर ऍक्सिस झाला, ओके. स्टेटर म्हणजे स्टेटरचा फ्लक्स ऍक्सिस झाला, ओके. नाउ दिस इज द ब्रश ऍक्सिस, ओके. This means the brush axis in the quadrature with the direct, okay. That means direct axis बरोबर काय झालं, quadrature झाला. Under this condition, there will not be any mutual induction between the stator and rotor windings. Therefore, no EMF and hence no rotor current is produced. Thus, no electromagnetic torque is developed. Now, हे principle लक्षात येते का ह्याच्यामध्ये काय exactly केलं जातं. Now, suppose I assume that my rotor axis, or simply called the brush axis, is having that 90 degree. म्हणजे हा माझा brush axis, माझा brush पोझिशन समजा अशी आहे, okay. ना ब्रश ऍक्सिस म्हणजे समजा ब्रश ऍक्सिस माझा इथे, म्हणजे ब्रशची माझ्या रोटर पोझिशन समजा अशी आहे. म्हणजे काय झालं, स्टेटर चा फ्लक्स आणि रोटर मधला जो काय ब्रश ऍक्सिस आहे ह्याचा अँगल माझा 90 डिग्री आहे. in that particular 90 degree cases, what will happens now, under this condition there will not be any mutual induction between the stator and rotor winding. Because of this angle, what will happens now, fluxes are produced in the stator, but these fluxes are not going to interact with these particular rotor conductors because of this brush axis, okay. And hence what will happen, as we seen here, there will not be any mutual induction between stator and rotor winding. If there is no any mutual induction in between the stator and rotor winding, obviously there is no any EMF in the rotor winding, and if there is no any EMF, hence there is no any current is produced, and hence if there is no any current in the rotor winding, since the rotor flux is absent, hence that there is no any torque will create on the this type of motor. नाव हे कोणामुळे झालं, मला कुठल्याही प्रकारे इथं मला टॉर्क, मला जेव्हा रोटर फिरवायचा आहे किंवा मोटर मला फिरवायचा, तेव्हा मला काय करायला पाहिजे, मला कुठल्याही केसमध्ये मला इथं रोटरचा फ्लक्स तयार करायचा आहे, ओके. रोटरचा फ्लक्स तयार झालं तर आणि तरच इथला फ्लक्स आणि स्टेटरचा फ्लक्स इंटरॅक्शन होईल आणि टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस होईल. पण ह्या केसमध्ये काय, ह्या केसमध्ये काय झालं की माझा इथे स्टेटर फ्लक्स प्रेझेंट आहे, स्टेटर फ्लक्स इज ऑलवेज देयर, बट ड्यू टू दिस पर्टिक्युलर ब्रश ऍक्सिस, हा ब्रश ऍक्सिस म्हणजे काय, तर इथला ह्या कार्बन ब्रश आणि ह्या कार्बन ब्रश जो काय ऍक्सिस आहे, हा ब्रश ऍक्सिस माझा इथला ब्रश ऍक्सिस आणि ह्या स्टेटरचा ऍक्सिस माझा इथं अल्फा डिग्री 90 डिग्री आहे. हा अल्फा म्हणजे काय, तर इट इज अँगल बिटवीन द स्टेटर प्रोड्युसर फील्ड, म्हणजे इथला फील्डचा अँगल, हे इथला फील्ड आणि ब्रश ऍक्सिस मधला अँगल इथला हा अल्फा आहे, ओके. ब्रश ऍक्सिस म्हणजे हा ब्रश ऍक्सिस आणि स्टेटरचा फील्ड, ओके, ह्याचा म्हटलं अँगल हा अल्फा आहे. हा जर 90 डिग्री असेल तर ह्याच्यामध्ये म्युच्युअल इंड्यूस EMF काही असणार नाही. ओके, दिस इज नथिंग बट अन अल्फा. Now here we are consider about when alpha is equals to 0. That means already we seen in the previous session when the alpha is equals to 90 degree, then there is no any EMF and hence there is no any current which is produced in the rotor side, and hence there is no any torque will produce. So if for this condition we are considering this alpha is equals to 0 degree. Now as shown in the figure, in this condition a maximum EMF is induced across the brushes. This is because the rotor and stator magnetic flux coincides and hence there is a perfect mutual coupling between them. Since the electromagnetic torque T is given as T is equals to K, that is the stator field strength, into rotor field strength into sin alpha. Okay, hence the electromagnetic torque is developed as alpha is equals to 0. That means what? Now previously we have seen about this when the brush axis is having the 90 degree with this particular stator field axis. Okay, and this alpha, it is angle of the brush axis. Now I have put the two brushes here and this is the brush axis. Okay, so if this alpha, that is nothing when this brush axis is having a 90 degree, then there is no any flux linkages will be take place with respect to the rotor winding, and hence once there is no any flux linkages, then there will be no any question of EMF as well as current. Hence that total torque we call the net torque which is produced on the rotor will be 0. Now in the second case we have considered about when the alpha is equals to 0 degree. Now here, as you know that this is a stator field axis. Okay, so the field, this total stator field which is linked with the brush axis is a maximum position because it is in line with this particularly brush axis. Hence for this alpha is equals to 0 degree, now the rotor and stator field it's having a coincidence. Okay, that means total this stator field and as well as rotor brush axis we call rotor field axis is having coincides with each other. Okay, and hence there is a maximum EMF induces across the brushes because it is in line. Okay, म्हणजे एका लाईन एका सरळ रेषेत असल्यामुळे एका लाईन मध्ये असलं इनलाईन असल्यामुळे काय होणार, इथं जे ब्रश आहे त्या ब्रशला काय होणार, मॅक्सिमम EMF तयार होणार. Now as we know that the total torque which is developed in the motor is equals to the stator field strength into rotor field strength into sin alpha. Hence the total because of these two alignment, what will happen, the torque which is developed across the rotor or in the rotor conductor is totally 0. Okay, so thus in repulsion motor no electromagnetic torque is developed when the angle between the stator and rotor magnetic field axis is either 0 degree or 90 degree. That means already we have seen the two cases when the alpha, that is this alpha degree, this alpha is having a 90 degree. On the second case when the alpha is equals to 0 degree, in the particular two cases there will be not be any torque on which is developed on the rotor, hence the rotor will not be rotated. Okay, so we are considering the position in between the 0 to 90 degree. If I kept this alpha is equals to exact 0 or alpha is equals to exact 90 degree, then there will be no any torque which is developed on this rotor conductors. Okay, so if I consider if my total phi degree, that is phi angle or alpha degree, is in between 0 to 90 degree. ओके, जर एक्झॅक्ट 0 असेल किंवा एक्झॅक्ट 90 डिग्री असेल तर आपण बघितलं की इथे कुठल्याही प्रकारचा टॉर्क तयार होणार किंवा जनरेट होणार नाही. बट मी जर काय केलं, जो अल्फा डिग्री आहे किंवा अल्फा जो अँगल आहे तो मी काय करतोय, तर इन बिटवीन म्हणजे 0 पेक्षा मोठं आणि 90 डिग्री पेक्षा कमी, दॅट मीन्स इन बिटवीन 0 to 90 डिग्री. सपोज आय केप्ट द अल्फा डिग्री, then obviously the torque is generated on this repulsion motor. Okay, this part we will see. Now if I kept this alpha, it is in between the 0 degree and 90 degree. Okay, 0 degree असेल तर इथे completely inline असणार आहे, 90 degree म्हणजे across असणार. Okay, मी काय केले, purposefully in between 0 to 90 degree इथे ठेवलेलं आहे. Now here just you can see that this is nothing but a stator axis, this is nothing but a stator field, and this is stator field axis, I called the D axis. Now this is the brush I have shown here. Now this is the brush axis. Okay, we call it rotor field axis. Now there is alpha degree which is having less than 90 degree and more than 0. That means this alpha is lies in between 0 to 90 degree. Okay, now if the stator produced flux is assumed to be directed from A to B, that means suppose I have circulated the current through the stator winding. Now the current is start to flowing from A to B. Now obviously as per the direction of the current, the direction of flux depends. Okay, now assume that the stator fluxes is produced which is flows from A to B, म्हणजे करंट A पासून B कडे चाललाय ना, त्यामुळे काय होणार, हा फ्लक्स सुद्धा आता A कडून B कडे जाणार आहे. ओके, नाव then the rotor produced flux must have a component in a direction opposite to stator produced flux, because as we know that whenever there is interlinking interaction between the stator fluxes and rotor fluxes, obviously the Lenz's law occurs. Okay, and as per this Lenz's law, the rotor flux is always is opposite to that of stator produced fluxes. Okay, hence according to Lenz's law, the rotor flux will be directed from C to D. That means इथं माझा डायरेक्शन, जर माझं इथं करंटचं डायरेक्शन A to B असेल, म्हणजे समजा मी इथं स्टेटर वाइंडिंग मी असं कनेक्ट केलं आणि करंट डायरेक्शन A to B असेल, तर काय होणार आहे, माझा स्टेटरचा जो फील्ड आहे तो पण काय होणार, A to B ला फ्लो होणार आहे. ओके, त्यामुळे त्या केसमध्ये काय होणार आहे, माझा जो रोटर मध्ये फ्लक्स आहे तो रोटर मध्ये फ्लक्स काय होणार, तो C पासून D ला जाणार आहे. ओके, C to D. ओके, सिन्स द स्टेटर फ्लक्स इज टुवर्ड A to B, साउथ पोल S1, this one south pole S1 is generated at A. That means south pole S1 is generated at A. Similarly, south pole S2 is generated on rotor at C. That means this is nothing but on south pole S2. Since similar poles repels each other, that means इथं काय होणार आहे, इथं हा स्टेटरचा साऊथ पोल इथं क्रिएट होणार आहे, स्टेटरचा साऊथ पोल इथं क्रिएट होईल आणि रोटरचा साऊथ पोल इथं क्रिएट होईल. ओके, दॅट मीन्स व्हॉट विल हॅपन, जस्ट मी अज्युम केले की माझा करंट A to B ला फ्लो होणार आहे, आणि जेव्हा A to B ला करंट फ्लो होईल त्यावेळी डायरेक्शन ऑफ फ्लक्स A to B च असणार, कारण करंट डायरेक्शन is always similar to that of flux direction is always similar to that of current direction. ओके, त्यामुळे काय होणार, इथे स्टेटर मध्ये काय होणार आहे, इथं साऊथ पोल इथं क्रिएट होणार स्टेटरचा. ओके, स्टेटरचा साऊथ पोल इथं क्रिएट झालाय, नॉर्थ पोल इथं क्रिएट होणार. नाव जेव्हा स्टेटरचा साऊथ पोल इथं क्रिएट होईल त्यावेळेस काय होणार, ऑटोमॅटिकली रोटरचा सुद्धा साऊथ पोल इथं क्रिएट होणार, कारण का साऊथ पोल म्हणजे सिंपली हाऊ यू आर डिसाइडिंग दिस साऊथ पोल. ना करंट इज स्टार्ट टू फ्लो फ्रॉम A to B, म्हणजे करंट A to B ला फ्लो होते म्हणताना A पासून स्टार्ट होणार ना, सो इथं हा साऊथ पोल A जवळ तयार झाला. जर करंट B to A असता तर साऊथ पोल इथं तयार झाला असता. ओके, सिमिलरली now for the rotor conductors the current is start to flow from C to D. Okay, current is start to flow from C to D, hence the south pole of rotor is produced at the C. Okay, at the position of C. जर करंट डायरेक्शन जर D to C असतं, ओके, तर काय झालं असतं, तर साऊथ पोल तर D ला क्रिएट झाला असतं, बट ड्यू the south pole depend on the direction of the current, hence the south pole of the rotor is created on the brush position of at the C. Okay, now what will happens, this S1 which is generated at the A side and S2 is generated at the C side. Okay, that means what will happen, this having a same polarities, and hence I know that, or we know that if the polarity is having same, then there is a force of repulsion takes place. Now because of this force of repulsion, the torque is exerted and the motor will start to rotate in a clockwise direction. म्हणजे इथे जर माझा इथं तुमचा साऊथ पोल आहे आणि हा पण तुमचा साऊथ पोल, त्यामुळे काय होणार आहे, हा साऊथ आणि साऊथ म्हणजे दोन्ही सेम पोल झाले ना, त्यामुळे काय एकमेकाला रिपेल करणार, अपोज करणार. ओके, सो अपोज केल्यामुळे काय होईल, हा इकडे मागे ढकलला जाईल. दॅट मीन्स व्हॉट विल हॅपन्स, ड्यू टू द opposition due to repulsion forces, now the torque is generated on the motor and hence the motor will start to rotate in clockwise direction. Okay, so this is nothing but the principle of this is nothing but the working principle of the repulsion motor. Simply what, if there is any repulsion takes place between the stator pole as well as the rotor pole axis, or stator pole as well as rotor pole, stator field as well as rotor field, then obviously the force, because of this force of repulsion, the torque is exerted. Okay, that is nothing but the principle of the repulsion type motor. Okay, now the direction of the rotation of repulsion motor can be reversed by simply changing the brush axis to the other side of field winding. Okay, that means suppose I want, now for this cases what will happen, as I said earlier, now the current is flowing from the stator from A to B. ओके, म्हणजे करंट माझा A to B ला फ्लो व्हायला लागलाय, त्यामुळे माझा इथे साऊथ पोल इथे क्रिएट झाला. ओके, सिमिलरली व्हॉट विल हॅपन, नाउ फॉर द रोटर कंडक्टर्स द करंट इज स्टार्ट टू फ्लोइंग फ्रॉम C to D. ओके, करंट in the rotor which is start to flow from C to D. Okay, so as I said earlier, my south pole is depends on direction of current. म्हणजे जिथून करंट इकडे फ्लो लागला, म्हणजे ज्या डायरेक्शन कडनं करंट फ्लो लागलाय तिथं ऑलवेज साऊथ पोल इज ऑलवेज क्रिएटेड. ओके, सिमिलरली इथं काय झालं, A to B ला करंट फ्लो लागला, समोर इथं A ला काय झाला, साऊथ पोल क्रिएट झाला. For rotor conductors the south pole is created at the C because the current in the rotor side is always now in that case is flowing from the C to D, म्हणजे C पासून इथे D current flow लागला. Hence the south pole is created at the C position of the rotor. Okay. Hence as we know that the same polarities are there. That means here south pole is there, here south pole is there. And as we know that if there is a same polarities, then the force of repulsion takes place, because opposition always takes place for the similar polarities. Okay, and because of this force of repulsion, now this force is directed this seed towards this one. That means the kind of force of repulsion or either the torque is generated on this brush axis. That means in that indirectly the conductor of the rotor conductors, and hence the rotor will start to rotate in the clockwise directions. Now suppose I want to change the direction of the rotor. Okay, मला इथलं the direction मला रोटरचं मला आता clockwise जे फिरायला या केस मध्ये मला आता anti clockwise फिरवायचं आहे किंवा anti clockwise करायचं आहे. So what I'm going to do? So just I'm changing the direction of the current in the this winding. That means in the stator side. Okay, so either you can change the direction of the current in the stator side, or just if you are circulating the current from B to A, obviously the torque is generated in the opposite direction. That means the motor will start to flow in anti-clockwise direction. That means I have mentioned the direction of rotation of repulsion motor can be reversed by simply changing the brush axis to the other side of the field winding. That means just either you can change the direction of the current in the field winding, or just you have to change the brush axis. That means just I have put it the C and D. So if I am changing the brush axis, obviously what will happen, the direction of the current through the rotor winding will change, and hence the different poles are generated. That means previously it was S1 and S2, that means previously it was the south poles, but if you are changing the direction of the brush axis, obviously the pole which is produced in the rotor will changes. Now because of these poles, what will happen, the direction of the this we call the direction of the motor will changes. Okay, now this is nothing but a repulsion principle, the repulsion motor working principle. Okay, so what will happen here? So basically this force of repulsion takes place between the stator field as well as rotor field, and hence because of this only the torque is generated, and hence this motor is nothing. This motor is called as a repulsion motor. Repulsion म्हणजे काय? Repulsion motor specifically they have given the name the repulsion because the force of repulsion takes place between the stator field as well as rotor field, and hence due to this the motor will start rotating, and hence the name is given as a repulsion motor. Now the application, the repulsion motor is used for the loads requiring high starting torque such as hoist, lifts, etc. That means such type of motors, repulsion motors, basically used where high starting torque applications are required. Okay, as we seen the high starting torque in the suppose in the DC machine, we are required for requirement of high starting torque, we always use the DC series motor. Okay, because this motor has property that it will generate the high starting torque. Similarly, for this repulsion type motor always create the higher starting torque. Okay, so in that for that purpose always we are using this motor where the high starting torque applications are required. Okay, such as hoist, lift. Okay, in the hoist or lift, always in the crane, always we require the high starting torque. So in that cases, we are always use a repulsion motor. Okay, so this is the part of repulsion motor. Then in the next lecture, we will see about the remaining type of the repulsion motors.